7-year relationship, Ashley Swanwick has worked hard to support his girlfriend in her endeavors. Her recent shift to investigative journalism has caused him to question her fidelity. Concerned that her late-night meetings with various sources may be a cover, Ashley seeks assistance in obtaining the truth. I'm Clark Gable, and this is Cheaters.
She was in journalism and, a few other courses, kind of related, feeling the college scene out. A couple years, she was doing real good there. I graduated, and then she decided she needed to take off. For a while, it was okay. She was writing a lot. She was at home, just kind of looking out the window and putting stuff on paper. And then she starts getting into more of the political, almost conspiracy type things. As she started progressing in that with her writing and her interests and everything, that's when she just kind of became weird. Whenever she does take off, she gets up and runs, and sometimes 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Then I start asking her, who are these people you go talk to, and, where do you go? And she just kind of bites my head off about it, saying, it's work, it's, people I write with. When we're together, she just doesn't talk as much about, what she wants to do. She's talking more along the lines of how bad our country is, and, it's getting kind of negative. If it turns out she's actually, seeing someone else and spending her time with them rather than me, I'd like to think I'm a forgiving person. Just the thoughts of it alone, they anger me, they sadden me. Just tons of emotions that are far from positive, but I really just don't know what would become of that.
If you suspect infidelity in your relationship, Cheaters Detective Agency may be able to provide you assistance. Exercise your right to be informed. Investigative charges may apply. Tawny, age 27, a freelance writer suspected of clandestine infidelities with other men. Investigation Day 3. Gaining intel provided by the client, Cheaters detectives set up a perimeter around the home Ashley shares with his girlfriend. Operatives spot the suspect, identified only as Tawny, exiting her abode. She's tailed to a well-known coffee shop. She gets her drink and, stepping outside, grabs a table on the sidewalk. And after a while, an unknown male arrives. Reaching into his pack, the man pulls out a file folder, followed by a large book. He thumbs through it, showing her several passages. After a few minutes, the suspect's contact stands up and says his goodbyes. He walks off, leaving the materials for Tawny's perusal. She, after a moment, also stands and leaves, ending this day of surveillance. Investigation Day 5. Not long after sundown, Tawny is seen leaving. This time, she's followed across town to a public library. She waits out in front of the building, and after a short while, the suspect sees the unknown male from previous surveillance, now identified only as Patrick. He greets Tawny with a hug and a brief kiss. Once detectives get inside, they catch the two sitting cozily at a computer. Almost 2 hours pass before the pair get up from the booth and Patrick leads Tawny into the stacks. Tawny kisses Patrick, and they make out for a few minutes. Sometime later, they go outside, and Tawny escorts her new beau to his two-wheeled vehicle. They say goodbye by way of lip locks. Patrick grabs Tawny's derriere one more time before mounting his bicycle. He leaves, and she goes to her SUV to return home to Ashley. Investigation Day 7. Operatives once again stake out Ashley and Tawny's home. As usual, sometime after dark, Tawny leaves the house. She drives quite a distance to a darkened park. She leaves her vehicle and makes her way down the hill. Shortly, Patrick is seen riding on his bicycle. He spots the parked SUV and walks his ride down the hill. Tawny greets him with a hug and a kiss. Although his girlfriend of 7 years claims she searches out the truth, It's obvious that she deceives Ashley with lies, as attested to by this recorded phone conversation.
Hello?
Hey, baby, what's going on? Where are you?
I just had to run out for a minute.
Run out for a minute. It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
I got a phone call from a really good and reliable source, and I had to go meet him.
Your source.
It's for my job, okay? Look, I'll be home soon.
Why are you always running out with them?
Because this is my job, Ashley. This is something that's important to me.
Do what you're doing, and I want you home pretty soon. We need to talk about this, okay?
All right, I'll see you later.
All right, bye.
Gaining enough footage of Tawny's misdeeds, the detectives call it a night and return to headquarters to begin compiling the evidence for Ashley's ultimate review. Coming up, the confrontation.
With his girlfriend's betrayal fully exposed, Ashley is called upon to review the footage. Thinking that he's prepared for any outcome, Ashley's taken aback when his worst fears come true.
Ashley, how are you doing tonight, man?
Not so great.
My question for you is, Ashley, are you prepared to see what we have collected?
Yes.
Okay. On this day of our investigation, we followed Tawny from her home. She arrives at a coffee shop. She proceeds to walk inside, goes up to the barista, and grabs a cup of coffee. She then exits and sits at a table right outside. Sometime later, this unknown male arrives. He takes a chair and sits down with her. He then proceeds to pull out various items. Do you recognize him? Does he look familiar to you?
Never seen him.
Never seen him?
No.
Okay. Continuing on, they review this material, and after a few moments and a brief exchange, she keeps the materials that he dropped off. He gives her a friendly goodbye. She then proceeds to pick up her coffee and the materials she was given and leaves. We've been having a really hard time trying to actually put a name with his face. He doesn't have any form of living situation. He's always on a bicycle, so it's been really a nightmare to get something on this guy. Basically, he's off the grid, in a sense. That's pretty much all we're getting right now.
All right.
On this day of investigation, we once again follow Tawny from her home. A short time later, our detectives follow her and she arrives at this library. Before walking inside, she stops short of the entrance, pauses for a minute, and then this unknown male from the previous day arrives. That's when we have them sitting together in the library at a computer desk. He proceeds to pull out his backpack, gather some materials, and after a few moments, they get up from the computer desk and browse the library bookshelves. After a few moments, they find something they're looking for, and that's when they kiss. So her conspiracy theories, to me, seem like it's a little bit more than that, wouldn't you say? How does that make you feel, seeing your girlfriend of 7 years do that?
Pretty mad.
Pretty mad?
I mean, everything I've put up for her, everything I've done for her, she's running around with some lowlife.
As Tawny kisses this unknown male inside of the library, they continuously make out. Sometime later, they exit together. That's when we see him get on a bicycle. After giving her one more kiss and a squeeze on the behind, he gets on his bicycle and rides away. Ashley, I know that's a lot to see at once, but at this point, this is what I want to do. You recall that keylogger that I gave you?
Yeah.
Well, I had my detectives analyze it, and we actually got a name from a various conversation with her and this other gentleman on Facebook. She calls him Patrick. Not only that, they actually talked about meeting tonight at an exact location, so we do have that location. All right, let's get in the vans and let's get going.
All right.
Right this way. This is what I got from our detective, Ashley. She is in this house. It's going to be up here, has red doors. We do not know who else is inside. There is some music playing. I believe...
So she's here?
She is here. I believe the back gate is ajar, but we cannot trespass. Hey, man. Ashley.
We gotta stop.
What? Where's he going?
Follow him. Everybody out. Lights on. We're gonna do this, Tommy.
Watch your head. This one right here?
What the is this? Who the is this guy? What are you doing?
Who are you?
Dude, you're my woman. Get off him, dude.
What the man?
Hey! Ashley, stop it! Ashley, stop it! Get off of me, man! Hey!
What up? Tell me. What the are you, man?
Dude, I'm her boyfriend. Who the are you? Ha ha. Who are you, man?
Get in my house, man.
Dude, you got my chick and your house.
Your chick?
Yeah, my chick. Who the is all this y'all are doing here?
Are you Patrick?
What is this?
Yes.
So you are Patrick?
Yeah.
What
That's
is
your name?
this?
Yeah.
I've been
Tell me a
wondering what
little
the
bit
hell
about
you've
what's
been
going on
doing.
here, man.
Dude, we're just
And look, fine you doing.
What's all this stuff?
Yeah.
What is all?
conspiracy, man. It's all about 9/11 and everything else, man.
Coming up, the conclusion.
She is in this house. I believe the back gate is ajar.
What the is this? Piece of
Conspiracy, man.
what is all this crap in here? What are y'all doing?
Past 2 years, ever since you got that job, it's always been about you. I've tried so hard to get you to show some interest about anything I do.
She has been cheating on her boyfriend with you, whether she told you.
Dude, this, no. Get my face off the camera, man. These people are after me.
Well, I'm sorry I work too much to be able to put a roof over our heads
So
and
it's
try
up
to
you.
set up our life.
You've held that over me ever since we got out of school. Ever since we got out of school. Anything I do.
Please, get the out. Get the out. Get the out of my place.
I have one question. What is going on with this gentleman? A board here full of all sorts of conspiracy things. What what got you triggered into this form of a mindset?
Is that
Got me
Obama?
triggered.
Yeah.
What got me triggered?
You have a boyfriend for 7 years.
Bad, man.
Because that's exactly what they're told.
Exactly what they're told. That,
Everything's controlled. Do you think anybody's going to actually admit that?
Get this.
So we're all controlled?
Get the
Puppets?
out. Get the
By-
out.
Jesus Christ.
Come on.
this is Jesus Christ.
Come
No.
on, man.
But what's
Bust in here, late
what is
here,
all here?
nowhere.
Tell me
Out of
what is this
nowhere.
about? This is crap.
Like, what is all this? You have pictures of our
Are you
president.
worshiping Obama or
Worship-
Out my
what?
house.
What? Because I just.
What's
Do
this?
you
Shut
know
up,
you're part
dude.
of this damn system,
Dude,
man.
just go over
No,
there.
you're-
What is this?
Get the out, dude.
Hey,
I don't man. Dude, come on.
Jesus, stop it! Stop it!
Come on.
You're acting like an animal.
Come on. Get the out of my place.
Is this one of your
Get the
people for your? Is this your little projects you have?
I don't need
Somebody
this. People are following me.
Listen to
Get the
you?
out of here. No.
Cops to me, not at me.
This is
What
bullshit.
for you?
Why are you being
We have
in my house?
we have a question
Do
about
anything
your
you want.
conspiracy,
Do anything
Patrick.
you've
Get
ever-
the out.
I have one
That's
question
what
for you, man.
teenagers do.
Like, do you think that your conspiracy involves having a sexual relationship with a woman that is
That's it.
with
Dude,
another man?
We didn't know.
happens? You
I didn't know she was with
That's
him.
what happens?
I
You had
didn't
no
know she
idea?
was
What,
with
I
him.
give
Get
things
married?
up?
Did not know.
I completely lose my
She came
identity.
to me.
Is this your
Husband
identity? Is this your identity right here?
Really? Really,
This your
dude?
identity?
Ashley,
And you're Obama. Man,
young child, you
get
know
out of
that?
here.
Really, dude?
I didn't want this to happen.
Get the out.
Tell me a little bit about how this whole situation played out.
Just you, man. You, man. Just go. Go. Get the out of my house. Get the out of my parents' house. I don't give a
What the hell, man? Slime bag.
Baby, what are you doing?
Tawny. Tawny,
What do you want to know?
watch your step. I just want to know what
you staying or you
exactly
going?
happened with this situation. You have a boyfriend that loves you for 7 years. I know nothing about your relationship, okay? I understand that and I respect that. I'm just asking in good faith why you would do that to him.
Get out of my face. Change.
I understand that. Things change, people change. I understand
Where's
that.
that motherfucker at?
But why wouldn't you just tell him?
I'm right over here, man.
Dude.
I'm right over here.
Why the you come into my house bringing people in here?
You've got a woman in your house. You need to know your place.
My place?
I came first 7 years ago.
He's squatting at his parents' house, and you have a boyfriend who cares about you, loves you to death. I've talked to that man for multiple days about this, and that he cares about you.
Dude,
get the cameras out of my face!
Hey,
You
Joker.
People are looking after me?
Worthless piece of shit.
Come on!
I just want to know what went wrong to the point you're hanging out with conspiracy theorists. The only conspiracy I see is getting in your pants.
Are you coming staying with me?
I can't go back to that. I can't just be something that's talked.
Are you staying with me, or are you going with that dipshit?
Hey, Patrick, Tawny.
What's his face?
One request, really quick, and we will be gone out of your hair. You will never see us. We don't even exist anymore after this 1 second.
Get rid of him.
Ashley. Why?
Really?
Look, I came here because I care about you.
You don't give a shit about nothing.
Shut up! Keep your mouth shut.
Patrick, just say one thing, man.
Told me I was paranoid. I was crazy. You laughed it off. You talked to me like I was a child. And so what?
Because
what? Do you just want to prove me right now?
It is
Suddenly,
to me. I don't know what this is. I don't know what you're doing.
Dumbass.
It should have. It could have worked. I wanted it to.
We can work things out together.
You really can't work things out.
I knew.
If you need me to talk to you more.
I thought I knew that I would spend the rest of my life with you. But
dude, back.
You changed.
You hold
me
up.
Are you coming in or out, babe?
You want to come with him, or you want to stay here forever?
I can't go back to that.
Fair enough.
Come on, babe.
Made a decision. Have fun with your conspiracies.
Off.
Stop it. Get out of my face.
Just go. Go!
Have fun with Obama, Billy.
Loser. That guy Patrick had no idea you even existed. I mean, that's just a liar. So, at this point, man, let's get you in the vans. Let's get warm, and let's get you out of here. Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. Following the confrontation, Ashley is at a loss regarding the state of his relationship. Stay tuned when JT Hamilton, a construction worker staring at the possible demolition of his relationship, JT comes to Cheaters for answers to his questions.
She was an amazing girl. I mean, she changed my life. She did a lot of things that other girls didn't. She turned me around. Like she made me want to change my ways and become a better person. And for that, I feel like she was an amazing person. Been together for 3 years. Things ain't started getting bumpy until now, kinda. So we ain't been doing the things we used to. I mean, every now and then, yeah, she'll give me some, but that's not. I need to know what it was she doing.
DeShayla Bowden, age 20, a babysitter suspected of providing intimate care to another man. Cheaters headquarters deploys a team of investigators to the home JT shares with the suspect. Sometime later, a pickup truck arrives. Bowden emerges from the home and without fanfare climbs into the truck. With a cheater shadow in tow, the suspect and her driver take a route across town to a store known for home repairs. Cheaters detectives note the pair walk hand in hand through the parking lot.
The communication is poor. I tell her I love her, she doesn't tell me she loves me back, or I text her I love her, she doesn't respond. I come home from being at work all day expecting to get, some welcome home, and it's not there. It's she's not there, or she's too tired, or this and that. I mean, we don't talk anymore. We don't talk. We don't make love. We're not how we used to. She sleeps on the couch. I sleep in the bed. Sometimes she doesn't even come home. Sometimes it's just she comes home about 10 o'clock the next morning, And then she comes home to take a shower and she's out again. I mean, I rarely even get to see her. I really never been a suspicious type of character to just, suspect my lady of doing anything out of the ordinary. So the other day I was going across the laundry and I came across some panties and I touched them. I was like, what the is this? And it's all on my hand. I mean, it was just, you know what I'm saying? It looked like mail. And I came to y'all to see, I need y'all to see what it is. I need a DNA test or something.
Bowden strolls through the store holding hands with her mysterious compadre. Sometime later, the twosome leave the store with their arms wrapped lovingly around each other. Bowden and her secret liaison get into the truck. They return to JT and Bowden's residence, at which time the suspect kisses her chauffeur. Bowden gets out, ending the day of surveillance.
If she cheated on me after these three long years of commitment and compassion, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I know that she ain't gonna really have nowhere to stay. I'm gonna put her on a garage sale or something. We done. I mean, that's just how it is.
On another day, Cheater's operatives stationed outside JT and Bowden's home spot the pickup truck as it arrives. The suspect appears. Bowden gets into the truck, driven by the man, now identified as Brandon McVeigh. The two drive a short distance to a deserted alley. Cheater's detectives capture footage of the illicit activities inside the truck. Bowden climbs into McVeigh's lap and kisses him. A short time later, the passionate pair finish their dalliance. McVeigh drives the suspect back to the home she shares with JT, and she goes inside as if nothing ever happened. The stakeout of JT and Bowden's residence continues. McVeigh arrives, and Bowden meets him at the truck. The suspect and her companion drive to a neighboring store. The promiscuous pair go inside. When they come out of the store, the couple share a passionate hug and kiss. McVeigh and Bowden get back into the truck. Cheaters follows them back to the home she shares with JT, and they go inside. An interior camera placed earlier by JT records the two adulterers stripping off their clothing. A now topless Bowden climbs onto her lover's lap. The suspect kisses McVeigh. Bowden continues to kiss all over her sweetheart's body. The suspect finishes her oral ministrations. Bowden gets up, turns around, and plops back into McVeigh's lap. The suspect's turn at pleasure arises as McVeigh slides his hands inside her pants. The passionate pair continue to play around. After a while, McVeigh and Bowden finally get dressed. And as the day ends for the subject, it begins for Cheater's investigators as they compile all evidence for a betrayed JT. Coming up, the confrontation.
Now that detectives assemble video footage of the suspect's clandestine affair, Cheaters contacts JT. Fearing the worst, JT agrees to meet for an alarming briefing. First thing I'd like to say, JT, is thank you for coming out this afternoon. I understand there's been a lot of things going on in your relationship. You and DeShayla have been together for 3 years. You live together, you share a home together. As you know, we have conducted our investigation, JT. I just want to prepare you for what I'm about to show you. Are you ready to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. JT, as we begin our investigation, we're outside of your residence. That's when we see this truck pull up and it stops. We see DeShayla walk out of the house. She gets into the passenger side of the truck. So you recognize this red truck. You've seen this before?
Yes, I have.
Okay, who do you think it could belong to?
My friend.
One of your friends? As they drive, our detectives follow the two of them and they arrive at a home improvement store. They go into the parking lot, park the truck, and they walk in together. After a short time, they walk out together. They get into the truck, they leave the home improvement store. As they drive away, our detectives follow them. They then return to your residence, see the truck stop. That's when DeShayla gets out, she walks inside, and the truck leaves. JT, you recall that camera that I gave you?
Yes.
Told you to put it inside your living room?
Yes, I do.
All right, I'm going to show you this day, and you're going to see some of that internal surveillance. Moving on with our investigation, on this day, that same truck pulls up to your residence, picks up DeShayla, and they arrive at a store. You see the truck park? I'll stop it right there. You recognize him?
I do. Man, what the f***?
Who, is that your friend?
Yeah, that's him.
What's his name?
Brandon.
So this is your best friend, Brandon?
Yeah.
So this is someone that you know very well?
Yeah, very well.
Okay, so Brandon stops at a store. When he goes inside, she receives a phone call. What you're about to hear is the audio from that conversation, JT. Tell me if you can remember talking to her this day.
Hello?
Baby, what you doing?
Nothing. What did I do? What you doing? You still at work?
Nah, I had got off early. Some dude had fell off a ladder and broke his neck, so they let everybody go home.
Oh, what you gonna do?
No, I was want to see if you want to come lunch with me.
No, you remember I told you earlier I was babysitting.
Come on, DeShayla.
No, I already told you I'm babysitting.
Man, what the come on.
I already told you I'm babysitting.
And this some boy, I love you.
Alright, Lisa.
After she hangs up the phone, you can clearly see she's lying.
I can clearly see that.
Yeah, she's not babysitting. She's out with your best friend, Brandon.
Trifling ass bitch.
So he comes out of the store not knowing she was on the phone with you. Maybe he did. We'll find that out. They get back into the truck. That's when the two of them back out and they return to your residence. This time he parks the truck. She gets out. He gets out as well. And they walk inside. Continuing on, we have a shot of them sitting on the couch. So that is Brandon.
Yes, that's him.
We see Brandon take his pants off. DeShayla takes her shirt off and her bra. Gets into his lap, gets on top of him, begins to kiss him, and then she goes down on him.
Nah.
Things get a little bit more heated. She turns around. That's when we see him grabbing her breast, kissing her neck, and he reaches down in between her legs. And I don't think he's looking for anything. And a few moments later, they put their clothes back on. Tattoos and everything, that's 100% Brandon.
That's 100% him.
All right. After finishing up with your girl, he leaves your house. JT, seeing all that, what's going through your head right now, man?
Yeah,
I mean, I couldn't even imagine a best friend. Listen, there's one more thing that I got to tell you. You gave us a pair of her panties to have a DNA test.
Yeah.
I actually have those with me right now. It came back positive, a DNA test of men's DNA. So with that being said, man, I got all the evidence. I got everything that we need. We go ahead and get on the road. We can go confront these two and stop all this. So you don't have to feel like this anymore, man. Seriously.
All right.
JT, right now, they're at a hotel together. Get on the road. We can bust them. You ready?
Yes.
All right, right this way, man. When we go in there, the most important thing is that you're gonna want to confront her and really ask her why she did this.
Yeah.
That's the hotel that they're at right there. Like, right. All right, man. Listen, I know that you're gonna be pissed off and everything. I'm gonna do my best to get your answers.
Room number?
Find out the room number. I'll lead you straight in, man.
117. Go right. Let's get through there.
Let's go through here. Come on. You ready?
Yeah.
117. Ready? Housekeeping?
What the?
Bitch!
Coming up next, the conclusion.
JT, right now, they're at a hotel together. Housekeeping?
What the?
Bitch! What's going on here? Why do y'all have soup everywhere? DeShayla, Brandon, what's going on here, you guys? You guys got top ramen everywhere? Get him up, hold him up, don't let him slip. Be careful. You have anything to say about this? You're his best friend, man. Put this down, put this down. Put that down on the ground.
Put the shirt down. Take this outside, man. Take it outside.
Was this worth it to you, DeShayla? Hide in the bathroom?
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
Let him go. Let him go. Let's take it outside. Let's take it outside. Let's take it outside.
Come on. Come on. Let's get him. Get him. Get him. Get him.
What happened, man? And why is there noodles everywhere? Can I talk to you for a minute, DeShayla?
I don't want to talk.
I just have to ask you a few questions.
No. I'm good. You know? You ain't that good.
And what's with the top ramen noodles everywhere?
He liked that I like to do, so I want to. He already told him on several occasions.
But DeShayla, you guys lived together for 3 years. That's a long amount of time. I mean, be careful, man. It's really slippery in here. Brandon, you have nothing to say?
I'm gonna keep saying this house. That's what I'm gonna keep saying.
How did all this start exactly?
She wanted to eat, so I let her eat.
No, but realistically, man, how did this happen? Watch your step, dude. It's slippery. You guys got top ramen like Costco. So what exactly happened? I mean, who aggressed who? Was it you or was it?
Yeah, I mean, he was there when I called him when I needed somewhere. You know, when I didn't have nobody, when I couldn't get a hold of him, he worked so much, so I didn't have no choice. You know, he took off work for me. He spent time with me. This is what we did.
DeShayla, I understand that, but not only is that his best friend, you've been with him for 3 years. 3 years. Not only that, I have a phone conversation of you talking with him where you tell him you love him and you want to hang out with him, and then you hang up the phone and get in the truck with him. I mean, do you remember this day?
Grab that.
That's your taser? Who's got a taser? I got a question for you.
What's up?
We tested these panties that we took from that house, and they came positive with a men's DNA.
It's mine.
It's yours?
Yup.
Bitch, you gonna do me like this, huh? Bitch, you gonna do me like this? You gonna do me like that? You my best friend, ho. There you go. Go, man.
DeShayla, you recognize these?
No.
Okay, well, these are yours. We performed a DNA test on them, and it came out with male DNA. I'm gonna take it that that's probably his DNA.
I don't know exactly.
Give me your panties, ho.
You know what I'm talking about?
You don't remember that, bitch?
You remember this?
Bitch, you remember that, ho?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
You sure this isn't you? This looks a lot like you. You guys have anything else to say about this?
No.
I mean, this looks just like you.
No.
That ain't me.
I'll give those to you.
I don't know who that is.
Me neither. I don't know.
Brandon, you've been friends with him forever. What exactly happened, man? Like, were they not talking? Were they not doing something?
If the bitch thought at me, I'm gonna take it regardless.
Even if it was your best friend?
It don't matter. Even if it was my daddy, he would still got his bitch. Got too.
Even if it was your dad? DeShayla, you have nothing to say about this? Sorry or anything?
I mean, what more can I say?
What if I walked in here with you and you saw him doing that? You'd be upset.
No.
Why did you put noodles in the bathtub and stuff? Is that just something you've always wanted to do?
Yeah, that's the new. I don't know nothing about that.
We don't know anything about that? Are you sorry at all?
No.
Not even to Brandon? DeShayla, you're not sorry?
For what? He knew. I told him. He knew the troubles we was having in our relationship. He knew what it would have come to.
But did he know this trouble in your relationship? I mean, I think if he knew this, it'd be a lot different.
It might have been. It happened.
You guys, good luck with that. We got to go. But thank you for talking to me. I appreciate it. You as well, Brandon.
You too.
I wish you the best of luck. So what's next for you?
I'm gonna continue working, continue providing, try to make things work with her. And if I can't, then I can't. I mean, it's life in the past.
What could you say to someone right now about reconciling something after being just stabbed in the heart, in essence?
You make it through the storm to get it to the sunshine. And that's exactly what I would say.
Coming up next, Cheaters revisits a previous case from its archives.
What was happening, we were having fun, we had some food. I saw these lights at the door, and then as soon as I saw her, I saw Catherine, I thought it was a joke.
After the confrontation, JT makes one of the hardest decisions of his life.